Alright, so the Wuthering Waves patch 2.1 special programming just aired earlier today, and it is absolutely insane. Wuthering Waves has already been knocking it out of the park recently, especially with their 2.0 drop. The new world is absolutely beautiful, and it's just such a wild ride. It's actually such a great time. I recently put out a video going over why I felt like Wuthering Waves is currently the best gacha game in the scene right now. The link is in the description in case you guys wanted to take a look at that. But dude, this is absolutely nuts. So we're going to go over all of the different quality of life features we're getting, all the different stuff that's happening in the patch, so let's go ahead and dive in. And this will be really fun and exciting because we're getting a bunch of quality of life stuff that some of the top gacha games still to this day don't even have, and we're getting it in like less than a year's time within Wuthering Waves, one of the, best gachas in the scene right now. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on. The name of the patch is called Waves Sing and Cerulean Bird Calls. I personally think the name Cerulean Bird could be in reference to a specific character, maybe one of the ones revealed later on in the end of the special programming, but let's go ahead and move on now. The devs also said that behind the calm facade, there is a thrilling adventure awaiting us. Will Brolova finally go back to save Scar? Probably not. But anyways, we were introduced to some new characters to hold us off, and some of them are stacked in certain areas, if you know what I mean. Boobs! I'm talking about boobs. We might be looking at some Zani Powercreep right here in the booty department too. I'll show them again at the end though, because I kind of want to go in order of when that actually was shown to us in the special programming. By the way, depending on when you see this video, some of the codes from the broadcast might still be active, so I'll put those in the description if you guys want them. And I also have some Wuthering Waves codes of my own to give out to you guys, so check the description for a Discord link, and you can DM me once you're in the Discord. And it's a temporary link, so comment below if it expires and I'll just send you a new link. Okay, so we're going to be getting some new explorable areas that look epically beautiful, dude, and I'll be going over them in a bit more detail later on, but I just wanted to mention them briefly because obviously that's one of the first things you see in the special programming. But I wanted to point out that these are probably the best looking zones, or at least some of the best looking zones we have in the entire game. One of them in particular, the sort of island area, is my favorite new zone in the game, and I'm in the beta, so I can say that with confidence. I've actually been in the zone, and I really think that this is the most aesthetically pleasing zone in the game that we've gotten so far. And we're going to be getting this new area, a secret area underneath one of the vaults from 2.0. And this area we're going to be able to explore with Phoebe and Zani. And this area is pretty big. It's bigger than the actual vault that we use to access it, which is kind of funny. We're also going to be getting some new characters in the form of Phoebe and Brant. You guys may have already known about that. But bro, Brant being a guy means that, sometimes people feel like he won't sell very well, but dog, Brant has some of the best looking animations we've gotten so far for a character. They're kind of goofy, they're kind of fun, but they're pretty cool, man. And bro looks ready to take on Tower of Adversity. He's gonna be a powerful DPS. In the case of Phoebe, she's gonna be a Spectro Rectifier using character, so if you need Rectifier mats or Spectro Echoes, get farming, because it's less than a week away, right? And she's also gonna be the first banner on the patch, so get out there, get going, get prepared. And this is a bit random, but I gotta say this. What's going on with her resonator scar? She's wearing pantyhose that cover her legs, and yet for some reason, you can see her scar on the outside of her clothing. Every other character has the scar on a part of their body that's not covered by clothing so that you can, see it. And the scar doesn't even glow, so by default, they don't glow. Some of them, maybe Shorekeeper, kind of has a glowing effect to it. Anyways, this whole thing's kind of stupid. I just wanted to point it out. I mean, she's hot anyway, so who cares, right? She can ride around on her staff, which she uses in combat, even though she's a Rectifier user. Anyways, it's pretty cool, though. She, gets to ride around like a noble witch lady or whatever, and she accesses this through her mid-air attack combos in case you're interested in using it, or abusing it for some fun exploration to maybe try to find some hidden chests or whatever the heck you may want to do. Phoebe will be a part of a new combat effect in the game called Negative Status. In her case, it is known as Negative Status Spectro-Frazzle Effect, which is way too long of a name for me personally. And I gotta point this out. Phoebe's Rectifier weapon looks like she's getting ready to play some Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. Do, am I right? Jesus Christ. I mean, maybe that's stupid, but it's got all those cards and stuff flying around. Anyways, dumb observation. But Brant, bro, is going to be a fusion user, but the flames he produces are purple, yeah, because of course they are. And he is a sword user, and unlike Phoebe, who is a Rectifier user but for some reason uses a staff the entire time in combat, Brant will actually be using a real sword. among other things. He's a DPS character that swings around on flaming ropes and at times wields a massive boat anchor because of course he does. Like Phoebe, Brant will have aerial abilities as well, and he can access them by using his skill, where he will begin using some aerial combos to swing around with his rope as a grapple, switching between sword attacks and pistol attacks, because he's got a gun too. You know, he's a pirate after all. Brant has a variation of different combos he can use and appears like he will have some of the most entertaining and fun play styles in the game. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see his giant boat anchor, all you gotta do is activate his resonance liberation. Then maybe he'll even show you his sword. Which looks super cool, by the way. Actually go to design. Like, I actually think I need to grab this. This thing looks super cool. It's in a sheath, by the way, but the moment you unsheath the sword, it lights up with a surging purple flame thing. Like, it's super cool. It has a cool effect. Yeah, I might be pulling that thing. And can I just say, this area you're looking at right now, I actually really do think is my new favorite area in the game. I struggle to think of a place that looks cooler than this. Straight up, dude. I might need to use this area for my new ritual pulling spot when I pull new characters, actually. And it just makes me want to post up on a lounge chair by the water with a stiff, fruity drink, sitting right next to Zani and that fat ass. But for real, it looks great. Kuro Games really stepped it up with this one. So, there will be an event in patch 2.1 heavily revolving around Phoebe. She's been tracking the Satis, the Tidebreaker, you know, that big whale we saw in 2.0. Hopefully I said his name right. And so with the main character by her side, we depart on an adventure to collect some asterite. I mean, track down the Tidebreaker. That's why we're doing it. It's not the asterite. It's the plot. Anyways, we get to sail around on a cool gondola that resembles a small whale, and I'm sure this will add to the aesthetic of the area, going from island to island on the gondola rather than just swimming around looking at your characters' butts. You know, maybe the swimming wasn't that bad after all. But anyways, you also get to fish in 2.1. There's a bunch of fish to catch, so it'll be enjoyable for people to collect them all, like it's a Pokemon game or something. Some people love the cozy fishing in video games, some people hate it. I'm in between. I'll do it a bit, but, you know, it's not going to make or break my experience personally. And as some of you might have expected, there's a new Phantom Echo in the game, which is, oh, damn, girl, shoot. You wanna, what, you wanna kill some of my allies? Go right on ahead, girl, dang. But for real, why do they sometimes give the enemies some of the best looking designs in the game, bro? Like, I'd pull on this. Why is it, anyways, moving on. You can get this by just playing the event. So this is a massive W in my book, and oh yeah, there is a special weapon available through the event as well. It's a rectifier weapon. Phoebe uses a rectifier, nudge nudge, and through the event, you can take it to rank 5, so yo, if you need this for any characters, this might be kind of a nice pickup. Now, let's talk about the other area we get to explore, which seems like it might have a deeper, richer story. The underground area of the Averardo Vault, if I'm saying that name right, which also looks spectacular. This mission will be traveling with both Phoebe and Zani. Hey, what's up, girl? In this area, we get to ride around in a train cart, hack doors to open them up like cyberpunk style, and we can summon echoes to fight with us and explore a large, new, fascinating area. They are definitely not telling us everything about this new area, though, so I'm sure there will be some awesome surprises in store for us. Speaking of fun surprises, Cheng Li is going to be getting a rerun in version 2.1, and will also be getting some new overworld enemies, which means more echoes! I'm sure farming those won't be too bad, you know? Right, guys? Echoes? More echo farming? It's not too bad, let's get over it. Anyways, Brant gets a companion story where we get to get drunk as a skunk with the captain. Nah, that'd be kind of cool though, right? I mean, that'd be kind of sick. I mean, come on, that'd be kind of lit. Like, he gets drunk in the story. Why can't we just get drunk? Come on. We get asterite. Speaking of more asterite, we're going to be getting another roguelike event in Depths of Elusive Realms. We will be getting a new update, so stay tuned for that. And yo, we'll be getting a new co-op Overdash event where you can play with friends or random players. And as per usual, we'll also get a 7-day login reward little event thingy as well. So that's easy pulls, just log in and claim it, and we'll be Also getting a low logistics event as well. I'm kind of speed running some of this stuff, but this is a massive wall of fun events and stuff like that we're going to be getting in 2.1. We're also going to be getting an infinite battle simulation tactical event as well, which these types of events are my favorite because they're usually like fast, with which you can clear pretty easily with strong teams and do it pretty quickly in like one gaming session. And we actually get to use the combat system, which is the best part of the game in my opinion, while we earn some asterite to pull characters, weapons, etc. Okay? Oh, and we'll also get a new hologram for Hikate. I'm probably saying that wrong. So, Solo Denjin Challenge runners will have something fun to do, and while we wait for more fun Solo Denjin Challenge runs. Gee golly whiz, man, I got so excited I forgot to mention the end game mode that we're also going to be getting in Wuthering Waves, bro. Okay, but now, everybody, shut the fuck up, because this part's really important, okay? We're going to be getting Echo recommendations and Echo loadouts. Genshin could never. By the way, that's just a joke, okay? Genshin can never. Give me a break, okay? If you know what, I don't care. If you can't realize I'm just messing around, leave your cringe comment so I can farm the engagement. We're moving on. But for real, Echo presets is seriously such a big quality of life feature that every gacha game should have. It just makes the experience so much better. And there are some gachas that do have it, but knowing it's coming next in Wuthering Waves is very, very nice. Some gachas take literally years to get it, and we're getting it in less than one. Yeah, sure, maybe it should have been there from the start, right? But it's nice to know it's coming and that they've listened to our feedback and they're implementing it into the game in a relatively reasonable amount of time. So we're going to get to make our character loadouts and even switch echoes around, and when we go into endgame content, in case you forgot, you can just in one click of a button, just activate your Echo presets and save so much time. And oh yeah, we're also getting that Echo update recommendation thing that I was telling you about. If you don't know how to build a character, if you're too lazy to go watch somebody's guide or whatever, you can activate the auto recommendation feature. It will give you a recommendation on what echoes to go for, what echoes you might want to go farm for in case you don't have them, etc., etc., and it will auto set the echoes for you based on in-game player data. So likely, as metas change and new echoes and gear come out, this system should automatically update with it, and if you just reapply the auto recommendation feature, it should naturally adjust and upgrade to what you might want to use, even in future patches. Oh, and by the way, something most gachas suffer from if you're a player that grinds the game a lot is inventory storage for gear. So in 2.1, we'll be getting an upgrade to the Echo Backpack to hold 3,000 max Echo capacity, which is already much larger than what we get in Honkai Star Rail, for example. And in Honkai Star Rail, it's been out for almost 2 years now, right? Honkai Star Rail, by the way, bro, seriously, you added alt scaling characters to the game that scale off of defense and HP, and you aren't gonna upgrade our bag? Dude, now we have to worry about defense and HP pieces with OP crit substats? Come on, bros, please, come on, bro. And you guys, come on, I know you gotta be thinking about it, just do it already. Anyways, moving on. And for those that like to take screenshots, I'm sure that's not getting used for anything weird, there will be an improvement to the photo system with new idle poses and filters and some new camera adjustments that you can make in the new photo mode. Now, you can be an Instagram hoe in the game and in real life. And by the way, they're adding ray tracing to Wuthering Waves as well. Sorry, mobile players, this is a PC-only feature. They'll work on it for maybe console if that's available down the line. Currently, it's just PC only, but don't be too jealous. Ray tracing often lowers your, actually, it always lowers your frame rate, and in many cases, it just isn't optimized very well, even in games that are like high-end AAA games sometimes. Definitely something you want to turn off in the endgame modes. Maybe you might want to keep it on for the story because it looks nice. And by the way, potato PCs can't do this anyway, but for those that can use it, it does look pretty darn good. And this is just a quick random thing. They're also releasing some Wuthering Waves merchandise, including a Changli and Camellia figure, which is currently still in production, so this might not look, and probably doesn't look like the finished product, because it's not even colored, for example. Personally, I'd like a hoodie or something like that. Come on, Kuro. Hook me up, bro. Hook me up. Come on, I make videos all the time. Anyways, as we can see from the endgame trailer, Kuro dropped some spicy new characters on us. I just hope they're all playable for, reasons. And one of those characters told us that apparently we are a god killer, you know, like the main character, a god killer. One of those, you know, we don't remember, it's a kind of isekai style thing we piece together as the story develops. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, patch 2.1 drops in less than a week. I'm stoked. I hope you're stoked. Zani's hot. So is your mom. If you like this kind of stuff, consider leaving a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about the patch drop, how you feel about Wuthering Waves in general, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.